the then Minister of Blessed Memory spend most of his time they run after ghost teacher them. And the same popular opinion they out there for a flagship program, the free quality education, that there is free, but there is no quality, especially when it comes in terms of performance and access. Year in, year out, when they hear about thousands of picking them, we're not able to take the WASC exam. Where public exam results come on, you find out, say, picking them from the private schools, they do very well. Or they hear teacher and they cry for timely subsidies. Year in, year out, teacher and they say the subsidies, they don't reach them. So with all of these allegations, challenges surrounding the free quality education, how you go present us in a successful program?
For every program, there will be challenges. Let me establish this. Yeah, we are not where we want to be. I know they come sit on out, you see, the education system is a glory, right? It's a golden platter. I schooled in Ghana, I schooled in the US. The US gets, with all them education gains and what they don't make, then get tremendous challenges within the US education system. If I say as you don't know how they talk about that, then get learning gaps in there, then get inadequate lecturers and teachers in there. So as every country gets in own geo-specific challenges, you get to tell me, what thing I want to let you understand, yes. In fact, what to make you feel say a lot of picking and all they get then result then go result thing. Now because Boku they take exam now. Boku, you find out say Boku all man now wants for quality. Let me tell you, my sister, quality is a progress. Quality you build on it every day. It just time like when you come now, somebody go come now and say, I'm Liberty TV, they don't try you. Other person will come and say, the time I be candy at the same thing I left it. So quality, we keep building on it. You're not going to tell me, say, every year we're building on it. Every year we're training teachers. Every year we're adding on employing teachers. Every year with how you call them, with the increase teachers and salaries. Every year with give bonuses, right? So you also have to look at the gains they make. If you talk about quality, quality can be measured. I will tell you, say the quality from 2018, 19, 20, 22 has been progressive. Yeah? So, what's in our law we understand is, let's look at the results. Let's look at enrollments. Let's look at how many people they access university. Let's look at how many people they don't access university, where don't done, where they work, where they go into the workforce. This is how we measure the quality of education and the impact. Me and you know this, don't and even argue, say, the free quality education, His Excellency President Bill bring camp, and not don't create impact at this country. Right? It don't create impact at every levels. Yes.
Like measuring the qualities, there are factors where you have to consider for like able to reach the threshold of any quality, depending on the perspective of what you call quality.
Right.
In this case, latest report with Statistics Sierra Leone poll in September 2024, when they do a holistic survey on look at the whole free quality education, the report where they poll clearly they show say the free quality education, the issue we get for do with subsidies, for example, when are one of the factors and where you go consider say if you want for achieve quality, the schools that need for get waiting they capacitate them for support, let the beginner able to get this quality. This has been a challenge since the inception of the free quality education, 2018 to now. What's are the problem with these school subsidies when are in the schools and rely on for drive on for get this free quality education? We make up to now where we talk, we can go into another academic year. But the past academic year, subsidies and the way government's not able yet for pay.
Well, these are administrative issues. We not go done in every situation. But you know, we cannot school not go tell me say, it don't day for from what kind of power. It don't take 1 year or 2 years or to pass academic year. That school I go left from one. I can escalate that to the authorities. Say you're not getting subsidies. The delays will be there. Yeah, because of administrative issues. You also get to understand, say, with all free quality education, a lot of schools then they come into the pool, Mabel. A lot are coming into the pool. Every communities now, every catchment populations now, everybody wants school, they want the government support them. Yes, these are our challenges. We know they tell you now, say, Mabel, I know they come sit down and tell you, say, it's all glory. I know they tell you. I know they tell you, say, we've arrived. I know they tell you, say, we've done. what we're supposed to do. We're still doing. These are the challenges. Mabel, when we came to power, let me just highlight something for you to understand. The challenges in our education system, learning crisis was a challenge. Lack of foundational literacy was a challenge. Yeah? Inadequate funding. If you understand, in our government, they fund this. Our government, our money. We're not going to just focus on education. We left healthcare. We left for.
Have been specific flagship program 2018, to 2023. A lot of development partners and have been pour money into this same free quality education where we talk about. Apart from the fact, say, the government's been add from 15% to 21% of the budget.
Right.
Money then they will come in for this same program.
Yeah, you have to also understand. There have been funding droughts now in the world. Maybe you know that better than me because you're a journalist. You already know with Ebola came. Everybody focused their attention to Ebola. After that, COVID came out, the world will crash production, it crashed funding. So the way partners then be the fund, they're not the fund that again. So all the burden falls back to government. That is I want to let you understand. It falls down to government. So that is huge challenge. Let me just come say, and I want to mention and say, funding, that challenge. Teacher quality was a challenge. What? Limited access to geo barriers. Restrict access to and systemic issues, them like what you mentioned. So this is a challenge. What we don't do? We don't establish a national curriculum framework. We establish in 2020 for improved learning outcomes. The radical inclusion policy. I can talk about that. Where come during APC time. By the way, too, during APC time, what happened? Bella woman don't be to go school. Right? Marginalized societies do not be able to get access to education. But the radical inclusion policy will come, we pull all that. Mabel, Sierra Leone education model. Me and this man for this, they talk about that. Now, a model what they use in Africa right now, Poco countries them, where the economy is big past we, then they ask how they do them. Me and you are the CEO president, be able to go in UNESCO panels and where they see them on foundational learning, on girl child education. The policies them all they bring na salon and they listen to. So me and no APC man no they sit on the panel talk about education.
If not for sit down talk na panel with APC, governments trust say and believe say the education at Salando improve from 2018 to 2023.
The indicators are showing, not to me for talking. Go look at the authoritative sources. Look at UNESCO reports. Look at World Bank reports. Look at Plan International reports. Look at USAID reports. Not to me, they can't. These are authoritative references.
This is why they ask, because so many times we get conversation, we get for do with the educational sector. People always a question say, if government believes say the free quality education is working and they are investing in the free quality education, some of una way they work at the government, for be bright example, bring in una young picking them and put them at the system.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
For example,
we have government officials when they're picking any go government schools. That is totally a prerogative on you how you will afford them. You don't get to tell me that. You don't able to determine that and measure that.
Affordability for not be an issue because if it has a quality,
it has to be.
You can't say
in
you
advanced
that
countries.
Quality that you want to look for
It has to
elsewhere.
be. It has to be
Because the private schools, people believe say that then get the quality where they look for.
It has to be.
Maybe then they put them picking and there.
Miss Mabel, it has to be. With all due respect, even people them where they now with all the education system, people they overseas, them picking and they go Ivy League schools. Yeah, that's I know a lot of major education say because Obama and Pekin never go government school. Yeah, no, listen, even if you take the president of Ghana and Pekin, we therefore do comparatives. So long not look at the Sierra Leone case is unique. I will tell you, say Francis Minkailu and Pekin and where should they go? We get government officials and when Pekin and they go. So it's a prerogative, right? Because then decisions and they not to you want to take a Mabel. Maybe if me and you married as you don't, me a government official, who born picking. At the end of the day, the decision for who's picking to go school, it's not because of a political agenda. Not to me one day they decide that, and me and you get for decide that. And it depends on how I able to afford them, right? So long not use that for measure national gains on how we see. My point here is very clear. My point here is let's look at the indicators, let's look at the metrics, right? The people of Sierra Leone needs to get the facts. If anybody that talk about SLPP, with anything where you want to criticize this party on, you know we criticize this party on education.
All right.
That is our value.
Would they come back to you,
Because
Mike?
we believe, say, 90 drive economies, 90 shape a country. So me and me brother, not for the Sidon, I talk. I believe, say, even way be the kind of the panic. Because you know, say they don't get much on education. They don't get nothing for talk about education.
Let me listen to Minkailu. We don't listen to Mike. He don't give us statistics. Usai then take the education sector for Mona. Usai then they now. For I believe say salon education sector na bright example. Even countries them at the international stage, they use their own model as a case study for success.
Thank you very much. One thing I go begin for establishing that often I not allocate to me the appropriate time. I not go can at this studio again. That is too clear. Often I want talk, often I want, no, I'm talking. I did not interject you. Allow me to make my point. I'm not here to joke. Often I want for talk to government officials. When I interview them, let them give a message. When I just call one part, you can't sit down and interview. But when you call the opposition, when I get for allocate equal time to me. No, I get for state this clearly. Lord know that I have not even established 1/4 of what I can discuss. Now, no, that is not your business. You are not moderating the program. So allow the moderators to talk. Now, first of all, he say 11 years of war, now APC bring the war. I think say me, board and I am a novice when it comes to politics and governance. The one that will bring the war very clear. Even when there be the transition from military for civilian and to politics, then talker. No, I am responding to some of the baseless allegations you made.
Go to the point. Let's talk about education.
Now let me talk. I did not interject you. You just listen and learn. As far as I concern, your argument is an academic dwarf. Let me state it clearly. Now, whether they bring the war, the one that will actually bring the war, they clearly overthrew the APC. They not bring the war because of human rights violations, corruption, or economic problems. They bring the war because of politics. Udana Madabio, Udana Sasandi, Udana SAJ Musa. Strasser was just used as a smoke screen. At the end of the day, then come because they want to take power. They say we'll be well green for take power and usher the SLPP in our government. No, you started it. So allow me to make my point. You are not moderating this program. So the one that will bring the war, then come join the military for bring down war and overthrow APC and put SLPP and later come back and take power. So we need to know that they clearly, not to APC bring a war. Now SLPP bring a war in this country. Strasser then just use as a smoke screen. Education was not a priority. That tells you did not even understand the dynamics. Under SLPP, you get the Sababu education. Sababu education, the money them put in are not small at all. International partners, the country, under Alpha Tijanwuri. Alpha Tijanwuri be they go school to school. When me be in the case school, SSS1, Alpha Tijanwuri go na me class. Then they supply with books there. So Tijan Kaba made education a priority. So if you talk say education not a priority under SLPP, it means you don't even understand the governance system of the country. You say not to be priority. No, listen, let me talk. I should have interjected you. Let me talk.
We're not lying.
Listen, take note and respond later. This is my time. Allow me to make use of it. Again, the things I always talk about, not to even government be to put money for post-war reconstruction or peace building. You know, reintegration of ex-combatants. Now, donor partners the money then dandy for reintegrate them back to society, rehabilitation of boku institutions then. Now, donor partners then. This is why we have the poverty reduction strategy paper 1 and 2, where Tijan Kaba roll out. When Koroma come, he also take and he continue. He bring out the agenda for change. When at the PRSP3, he do agenda for prosperity. Now the PRSP4. So we've been getting national agenda where Tijan Kaba laid the basis and Koroma he can thrive on her. So we need for understanding it clearly. That would mislead the public. We also need for no say international benchmarks. Some of them are fixed. We then at this country, they come to the challenges of the free quality education. Not to the report where they go and reference. Some of those international benchmarks are fixed. And huge money is being paid. SLPP versus APC, not who they are for. We need for talking about policies. I'm not talking about SLPP, APC. I started by saying we meet education 3%, allocation budget, you take out to 15%, and still the thing the way APC do. We need to know that clearly. Partners are not funding again. They say we lack funding right now. They're not going to fund because everything they happen are facade. Now the education system right now as we speak. So a lot of things and they will go just not respond to. Then I respond to them because they're important. Like come back to my point. I am not going to be distracted. We also need for no say even with Ebola being in this country under APC, teachers and not be the teach them, then I also be the pay them. We need for no down day. Now only APC government do down day because we pride ourselves in education and quality education for that matter. So APC do a lot when it comes to education. For over 10 years, we also regularly pay school examinations. Public examination, NPSC, Beke, and WAS. For 10 years, we will pay fees for that day. If the APC not be value education, we go do that day. APC do all that day.
Now, Minkailu, under the free quality education.
At the count of the challenges there. Even with schools and the way they don't approve, whether they send candidates there. You get schools there about 700 and they name the schools them. I have conducted the research on that. When they not even take the examination, I'm coming to assessing the free quality education. What are they doing now for explain what we do as a government? APC under Minkailu Koroma, we also been the even support international students there. You been a medical student the way they graduate from College of Medicine and Allied Sciences. They apply to the Ministry of Education under Dr. Ba for go do studies overseas. Now we been the pay for them for let them go to postgraduate studies. Let them just can support the health sector in this country. Now APC be the one. Let SLPP tell how many then they pay for. We effort he also increase enrollment in schools because we call the school feeding, establish more institutions, increase the classrooms there. We make sure we bring Kamboku Piki in our school. We do that day. Now, most of what's in the APC do now, the SLPP can copy. We also increase candidates there. We they take the NPSC examination as well as Beke and WAS. We ensure annually we increase the number of approved schools. Now, the number of schools that will increase is about 400 who approved during Dr. Ba in term. And government be the give our all subvention. We take deliberate action for address, this overcrowding and build more classrooms where they're not able to do. And we'll be even introduce the water and sanitation facilities in our school. We introduce the school feeding program and a lot more we do. Now, let's assess the free quality education where the SLPP so much pride themselves into. And the number of lives that we don't lie for people in this country, not small. First of all, we need for no say, when they introduce the free quality education, they're not being get policy. How you go can't say you want to roll out a program, you not get policy, prior introduction. Then count no more haphazardly and begin to do like say na cut here, put here. They're not being get policy. Let SLPP show me the policy we introduce the free quality education. When they launch an Amiata conference, there was no policy for that. We need for no dandy. Now where SLPP can they say the two shifts, the overcrowding, all them go address, but they will get schools there. We still get two shifts. We still get overcrowding. And an example is you get the convent school now, FSSG now. They all take it in at two shifts than they do. Where they even get land for construct more classrooms and make them get one shift. They say them put on the manifesto. Take it in at two shifts then get. Now late disbursements of funds where they affect the smooth operation of schools. I go tell you say some schools there from 2003 where they receive subsidies. 2003, 2 years later, some of them they only receive subsidy. Law say for 1 quarter, then the 2 quarters or 3 quarters, then they receive no subsidies. But schools and then at this country. Now then canteen and they will go say that model they other people then they use. It's a facade, now pretense. So we need for know that they clearly. We also need for know say many teachers they lack adequate training and they're not qualified. Now most rural areas where you conduct a study, they see say many teachers now the one they will just don't see to us. They're not going to work for you, then take them at their schools and most of them demotivated. They not get pin code, they not they receive salary. So then can just go there no more for help. Now then communities and then boku na the country, not small. We need for know that the lack of supervision, nobody they supervise, most schools the non-supply of school learning materials. Ask schools at this country when last they receive school learning materials like chalk, like books then for picking them basic things that they say that they give picking them. So if you know they give all land, waiting at the free quality education. If you ask yourself the question, waiting at the free quality education, I'm not going to talk about subsidies, because Boku schools they receive subsidies. The receipt examination. How you go say you pride yourself in education, you want to educate the people there. They say anybody fail, they pay for again for making seats. Not everybody go pass. Now I make my examination. But during your own term, even if you person fail, will they give you a second chance for make you sit again? Then they do that the way you fail one term, you don't done. They sit again.
As you assess the free quality education now, let we look at access. We don't there is so many concern from the school picking them, the parents them, especially when it come for take national exam like the WASC. A lot of picking them, they drop out, thousands of them. because of the new system, so then they introduce year in, year out on how to do the registration for the WAS. Even this NPSC results will just come out, don't they really concern from the parents them say they're not able to access their beginning results them. In terms of accessibility to this free quality education program rolled out by the SLPP administration, how you can assess that?
The accessibility very limited. Now we get private schools there, yeah? What used to obtain, even private schools there, we're not to government, they pay for themselves. We're not to government, they pay for them, but then get them candidates there within the feeling. We get boku private schools there where they don't turn down. First of all, then they say, Lord, do back a check. Before you see to us, if you pass back first. If you don't pass back, you don't go see to us. Then you don't do the back a check. They don't do all the requirements the way the ministry put say for do, and they deprive them. One of such school now, the Morana school within our Watalo, about 700 candidates not take the exams last year. Nine government can say, well, then go take a parliament, government big say, well, then go pay for the picket and let them take private ones. How many they end up for pay for now? 15. Per day 15 and the head teacher just vexed, he left everything. So schools that we get 100 now, 2 them pay for. At the end of the day, a bulk number of thousands of picket and not sit their worst exam. That is bad. There are other schools like Guadalupe and Alosa. Guadalupe and Moraldo are the 2 popular schools in Alosa. For more they come up. They were deprived from taking the examinations. You know, we get other schools that we also face then challenges than they. So if you say free quality education, you deprived a huge number of beginners for take the exam. What is the free and what is the quality in all of it? It is abysmal to say the least. But good things and therefore also talk on regarding this.
Back to the policies and initiatives and maybe they explain under the APC. You make mention of, for example, wash facilities where it's going to be introduced. Now schools them how sustainable then particular initiative then they be there. We make if you go now in schools them you know they meet wash facilities for example how sustainable we are there.
During your own time they are very sustainable. Then come they don't get to call the culture of maintenance because we in a facade we pretend and then they write fictitious reports, you know, to international institutions for let them publish. But me and you today in Sierra Leone, we know what to obtain on the ground. Nobody no need for can tell me. I did not school in Ghana or in the United States. I schooled in Sierra Leone. I attend government secondary school. Kenema. I go for a big college. In Naya, Sierra Leone, I go IPAM, Naya. Kofiana na Ghana as a postgraduate, redo the University of London. But my background on education as Sierra Leone. We actually meet and know all the challenges there. So wash facilities, water and sanitation be done at the schools and they do your own thing. Or get inspectorate of school departments, maybe they monitor than they go around for ensure it's efficient. After we promote now, SLPP come, they're not able to maintain it. So it is not the problem of the APC. I agree say government and continuity. But where we've been there, we make sure we monitor. Why make Dr. Bawi maintain as Minister of Education for 10 years? Now because he be the deliver. Otherwise, President Koroma for maintain as minister for 10 years. So all of them things they would want. What the SLPP do back? Log on to the manifesto. SLPP now then get the bold mind and say, any teacher, we don't teach for a period of 10 years. You get 3 beginning. Within the G University education, when a government they pay for. Ask how many teachers don't get that opportunity. Now, what did they do? Then they say, well, when I go count DNA reports, also they go pull the money for go do DNA for them picking and day. Now Shinka and now the highest form of Shinka, say when I go count DNA report. Now we get teachers and principals that we don't language for 20 or 30 years. They don't even get money for pay university fees. So they will be they give subsidies. Who say if you pay 7 million, 10 million, 12, you be they pay 2 million, 2.5, the highest not 3 million. You be they pay for fees. All of them, the SLPP come back, they say, you know what, they can create school now, every administrative chiefdom, one school. How many administrative chiefdoms they will get now? Yeah. We'll get 190. It was 145, but after the de-amalgamation, 190. So they not build their schools and they say they build schools now each ward. How many wards we get? 446 wards. They not build their school and they say they build hostels for students in every district headquarter. They not build. They say they build teachers training college for all the districts in this country. They not build. So how now then they rate themselves as say that they use a model who other countries and they can't copy from, if not a fictitious report, then they feel into the international benchmark they are. So all of them things and they will need for know and clearly. We get schools there like Sylvanos Namakeni, where they also deprived last year and they not take the public examinations. All of them things and they will need for no. So you cannot come here.
These are some of the challenges where the
Not to some of the challenges.
program they face.
Not to when you say some of the challenges, now where you don't get at least a pass mark, then you get few challenges. No system, no day, we not get challenges. But where you don't fail abysmally, 95% failure. You can't see, you pride yourself in free quality education. How APC not for the argue with yourself. Where we in this country today, we they conduct studies there, we they traverse the country. We know the deplorable nature of the education at this country. You can't tell us say get the required competence for even sit down with you and discuss. It is a shame to say the least.
If the things that we say about the free quality education are things where people forgo by based on the studies that we say when I don't conduct, because after where the Bioled administration be introduced the free quality education as an initiative, then we later get the policy as 10 be the go. From the APC, outside the SLPP mis-education business will make you say then fail pan the free quality education over 90% failure from a perspective. Outside the missam.
Now, where we be the left, where we read the handing over note of Minkailu Koroma, it states all what he don't do now the education sector and guide the presidency, even the school feeding program, the expansion of classrooms. He say all of these can help you by free quality education agenda. When a flagship program we were roll out. But when the SLPP came, then decide to put politics into this. The politics so then put the say we want for law we get funding. It reach a period now where the international partners they not even give the funding where they expect they forgive. Because them politicize them and they want use again for campaigns say we don't introduce free education, where the free education actually not free. This type of situation you say free education, where for gain admission, where you begin sit like when we begin us sit NPS so now. For transition and now any government school, yeah. Where you go for good admitter now from one, you spend more than 5 million for let them take a force.
You sit NPSC.
Yes.
So now government pay for each.
Now me pay for me picking take rich. Now private school me picking they attend. Yes. Okay. Not to government pay for.
Okay, but what about the examination? What about the examination?
No. Now me pay for now private school.
Even the examination fee.
Now listen. Government they pay for public schools. Private schools and then they pay for themselves. You have to know
the examination fees.
If you don't know this, it means you have to go back and conduct a study. Let me learn. I am not addressing you. I'm responding to questions to the moderators. So we need to know that clearly. If it has not been politicized and a good initiative, where we all support and we all been glad for. Forget about me picking out. But you get Boko other pickings that were deprived. We actually need government for support them for thrive educationally. I am not making my child as an example. We need to know that clearly. And there are many other challenges on the free quality education. I hope you'll give me the opportunity to conclude.
Let me just bring Mike in.